This episode of Tech Weekly is brought to you by Audible.com, the internet's largest and leading provider of digital audiobooks and audio content. For a free 30-day trial and your free audiobook today, audiblepodcast.com/pbcasttv. Jacob is jamming right now. And Domos. So, Jeff, it seems like we haven't done a Tech Weekly in forever. I mean, I swear.
Because we haven't.
That is true. I'm like,
We didn't do Gadget Gurus last week.
Yeah.
I was all Christmas musical a lot.
Yeah. Which was very good, I might add. I said that on PB at night, the night after, and it turned out really well, because I was kind of, this has nothing to do with people who don't know what we're talking about, but I was kind of, skeptical, because they're like, well, it's just going to be music, and we're going to have like 27 mics, and,
Yeah.
It won't.
And we're going to have an octet where all the men like to sing louder than the other.
Yeah. So, it should be really easy. No, but it was good. I really liked it. And, Jep, I posted our holiday schedule, and what I kind of came up with is we're going to do, of course, we're doing Tech Weekly right now, and then we'll do Gadget Gurus on Monday, and then we'll have all of our regular shows. Wait, I don't even remember what I said now. Let me head over to pbcasttv.com. Actually, I should do it on here, so pbcasttv.com is the first post on our blog here. And so you can ask Carlo. On Thursday, I was trying to explain this on PB at night, and I could not get it right. All right, so here we go. So we're having Tech Weekly today, which is December 18th. We're having Gadget Gurus on Monday, which is December 20th. We'll have all 3 episodes of PB at night, which are on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, which would be December 20th, 21st, and 23rd. And after PB at night on December 23rd, we won't have any more shows on until the first of the year. So it would be Gadget Gurus episode 33 or 34. I can't quite remember, which would happen on January 3rd. So that's our schedule for right now.
And then we'll start
Yes.
up our little I guess, would it be PB at night, or would it be just like PB at day or something? I don't know.
For what?
I guess it'd be Gadget Gurus, I guess, would probably be the one that we'd be running on the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
For CES, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I want to. Carlo, what do you think we should do? Jeb, you can input too. I don't really know. Should we? I want to output. So Jeb, you're gonna have some pictures that you said you would post to our posters blog, which I need to set up, and I'm gonna have that post to pbcasttv.com. So when because Jeb's bringing his cell phone, and I don't fault him for that, because last year he had like all the gear possible, and
I don't even think I'm gonna bring my SLR.
I wouldn't either, because
I'm like,
how many hours?
Yeah, okay, it'd be really cool to take nice pictures of stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm like, you're not gonna be able to do anything with them till you get back to the hotel that night.
Yeah.
And I'm like, now you get this big old camera you gotta lug around on your neck, and I'm like, it's just.
No, I know what you mean, because it's. How many hours do you spend on the show for? Like 4 or 5 at least, maybe?
Yeah, at least.
Yeah. And so the cool thing about Jep just bringing his phone is it makes pretty decent pictures, and he can make videos and things, and those will be uploaded. He can just click upload, and they'll be uploaded. And the cool thing about Posters is you just insert it into an email, or you email the file to Posters, and it processes on their account. So we're using their bandwidth. You just email it once.
Which you also, in our WordPress thing, we could also set up an email that you could email.
That's what we might just do that. That way it would do it straight. Anyway, we'll work this out. But so I'm not quite sure what kind of feed we'll use, because I'm not sure. I know we'll do Gadget Gurus. Won't you be there? What shows will you be there for? You'll be there for. Will you be on there on the Monday? On that Monday? I don't know.
No, I'll be coming back Sunday, so I'll only be there for Tech Weekly.
Okay, so we'll be there on Tech Weekly, and that'll kind of be like our.
Tech Weekly live from CES.
Yeah. And then
Here's Leo Laporte standing behind me.
Yeah.
Hey Leo, we're on Tech Weekly. Shut up.
Exactly. We'll be like, shut up, Leo. You cannot talk over us.
Yes.
But anyway, so what we'll do Tech Weekly from there. We'll recap everything that happens at CES, or not everything, but the cool things that JUp sees, all that kind of stuff. We'll kind of probably go over some of the things that JUp's posted, kind of explain them. But I think what I'll probably do, I'll kind of make like an album art or something for, let's call it like PB at CES or pbcasttv at CES or something, and then that'll be its own feed on our website. And then if we're making videos or anything, those will be on our YouTube channel and everything. Which brings me to this. This is our first episode on YouTube for Tech Weekly. So hello
we have the upgrade.
Yes, hello to all the YouTube world.
Yeah, YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube.
Hey, FYI, I was just thinking about this the other day. You know how you have the PB at night thing?
Yeah.
And you always, tweet out, hey, PB at night's live?
Yeah.
Well, at night would be like whoever's name is Night is getting,
I know. So I might
mentioned. And
see.
I looked at that guy's thing. He only has like 6 tweets. So it's like, I'm going to create this account when it first starts, and I'm never going to go back again.
I don't see. That's what I've debated, because I've ran it when we do PB at night. I do PB, the letters PB, and then it's all one word, but it has the @ symbol in between. So I don't know if it. Anyway, yeah, I guess you're right. That guy's probably like, what the crap? But
if you ever go look at night on Twitter, it has like all your stuff.
Yeah. Sorry. I don't know.
I thought about that the other day. I was like, that guy, if he actually has an email that's linked up to that he still looks at, he's probably like, who the crap keeps on mentioning me on Twitter?
He was probably one of those guys, like the people who have like @J or @A or something on Twitter. They were there like the first day. Yeah, I'm like, what the crap? So anyway, we have a lot of tech news to talk about. It's fun to talk about CES, but hey, I think that was, what is it, like 20? It's less than a month away now, right? I mean, yeah, of course it is, but I guess it's like 20-something days, 20 days. I don't know. Anyway. So, Jet, we got a lot of big news. We covered this. The thing I like about PB at night, since we've been talking about it, but I like covering it because we can not only talk about tech, talk about sports, but the cool thing is we kind of just brief over it. And this is our show where we kind of culminate it together. We talk about it for a couple minutes. PB at night's like 15 minutes max, 20 minutes maybe, but most of the time. Yeah, it does that to me too, Carlos. So Carlos saying like, it does this when you're showing like your email address in Newsfora, which is the Twitter client I use for the iPad, and it just shows, it does exactly what he's saying. It shows like PB profile : / night or whatever. I don't. It's weird, but anyway. So Jet, a lot of big news this week. Yahoo is going to kill off Delicious, and this took the Twitterverse, whatever you want to call it, by storm. Because a lot of people use Delicious, because Delicious was a great service. It allowed you to, they had browser plugins. I know they notably had a very good Mozilla Firefox plugin, and every time you bookmark something, it sent it to Delicious, so people could see what you're bookmarking, which is, kind of a good thing, kind of a bad thing. It's really how everything is on the web. You just pick and choose what you want people to see or whatever. But this was really good for something, so we do like bookmarks here on Tech Weekly, which is great because we get to kind of spotlight some websites that you guys would maybe never see or maybe never heard of. And Delicious was bought by Yahoo about 4 or 5 years ago, and it allowed you to bookmark things, and then it sent it to like a profile newsfeed type thing, and then it kind of culminated it all into one location, which is kind of cool. So other people, you would have like your Delicious username, like delicious.com/freakinghuge, for example, and everybody could see what you're interested in on, whatever. But I never used Delicious for, I don't know, I just never did because it was kind of...
Well, I don't add bookmarks like they're going out of style either, because that just makes it... A bookmark is like a slimmed down version of websites I go to all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
And so like, I'm not going to be like, oh, this website's kind of cool, I'm going to bookmark it. Not really. Yeah,
you're right. And I know Twit uses it, and a lot of other people use it for like their show notes. I'd rather have show notes, because I can add notes to it and things. But they actually just bookmark their stories on Delicious, which was an okay use. But anyway, they had a lot of users, and like of course everything. When they decide to shut down, there's so many people saying, "Oh, why are you shutting down? We love your service, even though I haven't used it in 5 years." But anyway. So what Yahoo has proposed Carlo actually introduced something on Thursday that I had not heard, and I researched into it, and they're trying to shop it around a little bit. A couple people are interested in buying it, but Yahoo actually decided that they were going to they're going to shut down Delicious and a service called MyBlog. It was another service that they bought like in 2003, 2004. It was kind of like a competitor to WordPress type thing. They're going to shut it down, but Delicious has a feature that you can export all of this data via an XML file, which is like, I don't know, some kind of file that they use for their data service, I guess, Jacob. I mean, it's like some kind of HTML file or something that allows you to be able to do that kind of stuff. I don't know.
And then you could
I guess you could put it on.
You could figure it out.
Yeah,
and,
I don't know. So
we could do stuff.
So what they're trying to do, they're trying to comfort the people who were all up in, like, what the crap? I want my bookmarks. So I guess they're enabling you to back up your bookmarks or something. I don't know.
Get up.
Yeah, like you ultra. All right, Jeff. So I thought this was kind of interesting. I'd love to get your take on this. So Google launched their Chrome Web Store this week. And that's in prep for Chrome OS, but they actually started shipping the CR48 notebooks, which is the Chrome Pilot Testing Service, is what they like to call it on Google. And it's pretty much like an unbranded. It looks like the Mac. Have you seen these yet? They look like the older version of the MacBooks, the like black matted version. You know what I'm talking about? It's the Google. Let me see if I can get a picture here. Google CR48. And what it is, it's got like an Intel Atom processor in it, but what they preloaded Chrome OS, which is pretty much like Google. It's like Google Chrome, but you just run it. Yeah. So it really reminded me of the
like really old laptop.
Yeah, and it's pretty thin. It's a 12-inch screen, but a lot of people are saying it's pretty hefty, and it's just a prototype. And it's kind of funny because CR48 is actually a very let's see, how did they explain this? It's like an unstable isotope of chromium, which is, what they like to call it. So, of course, Google with the humor there. Anyway, I thought that was kind of funny.
Get it?
Yeah, ha,
because there was the thing's chrome.
Yeah. Ha ha ha. So it's got the 12.1-inch screen. It's got like a 0.3 megapixel webcam or something. I mean, it just looks horrible. But they're shipping these out for free, and you can sign up for it. And everybody's like, "Ooh, I want mine." And I'm not that impressed by it because it simply runs Google Chrome, and that's it. You can't do anything. And some people have hacked it and put Ubuntu on it, but I mean, still, if you get it and you're just expecting to use it as a laptop, it's an Intel Atom 12.1-inch screen with an OK screen, and it runs Google Chrome, the browser, and you have to do everything inside the browser. I mean, I would love to have one for free. Yeah, Carlos saying he just wants to hack one, but you can sign up if you want to. I think it's like chrome.google.com. Well, let me find it.
It's yeah.
Chrome.google.com/pilot program or something.
I'm actually signing up right now.
So I signed up and I haven't heard anything, so I probably won't get one, but maybe Jacob will, so we can review.
Yeah,
it.
I'm one of the veterans here on Gmail.
Yeah, you are actually.
I got it back in the day.
Yeah, you got it like when it was still in beta, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, so Carl was saying it's only US. It's US only, so that's why he's not getting one. So yeah, I applied for it's google.com/chromeos/pilot-program.html if you're wondering, for the lack of a shorter URL. So anyway, it would be nice to have for free. I mean, I don't think I would. There's no way you could use it as a daily driver, especially for Jacob and I. But anyway. So, Jet, we missed covering the new Gowalla, which Jacob and I have started using because it's pretty awesome. I like it.
Yeah, we're like the only two that like are friends of each other on Facebook and stuff that in our area that use it.
So it's kind of bringing me back to last February when we started using Foursquare, and it's really grown. There's a good amount of people that use it around here now, including some people that that Jacob and I know. But anyway, so Foursquare is getting an update this week. And a lot of people are saying maybe it's to compete with Gowalla because, Gowalla does not have the market share, but I really like Gowalla's architecture. They have like a totally different game. it's kind of based on mayorships, but they don't call them mayorships. First of all, you get like I like the have you seen the trips that you can make, Jet? That's kind of cool. So a trip can be like from like 5 to 8 stops or whatever, and there's a lot of them going to Disney World, which I'm not too intrigued by. But you could like make a trip down to the beach or something, and say you need to stop at this seafood joint and this rest stop and this whatever, and then once you check in there, you get a cool little pin or badge or whatever they call it for taking that trip. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And but what they did, Koala 3.0 allows you to sync. It brought like all these new things you can like drop. It's kind of like geocaching, sort of. Have you gotten any of the items that you can drop? I've gotten.
Yeah, I actually dropped a guitar off at my house.
I dropped a pair. No, if you go to the
I have no
Nike.
idea what that does, but I went
Yeah.
and did it anyway.
Other people can
I was
pick
like,
it up.
so what does this mean? Do I get something now?
I don't know. It's kind of weird, but anyway. And what they allowed you to do, Goa fixed their API, or they opened up their API where it can access Facebook Places. And I don't know if you've seen it yet, but it integrates like perfectly into Facebook. It actually it looks like a Facebook check-in, a Facebook Places check-in. Like if Jacob checked in somewhere, it would say like, I don't know, it just integrates with Facebook really well, and they still have Twitter support like Foursquare does. But anyway, and a lot of people are saying that Foursquare could have something in the making to kind of sync with Facebook Places or something. I don't know. So that's pretty cool. So Jeb, I thought this was kind of interesting that Google launched their Maps app for Android, and it's 5.0. It's the latest version, and it's now vector-based. So I've had experiences on my iPod Touch and my iPad. If you keep zooming out on Google Maps, it starts to do that thing where it just kind of shows you the base layer and it's loading or whatever. Well, now it's vector based, which allows it to even though you can fast zoom in and out as much as you want, and it still shows like you still get the last picture. It's what I mean by vector based or whatever.
Yeah.
It preloads the image when you load the app, and then there's a lot less time for you to do that. And they also brought some new features like it now syncs with Google Latitude, which is kind of like Foursquare, so you can like track all your friends on a map. That's kind of cool. I thought it was kind of cool. And then they opened up their API, so you can do more things. You can embed it on your website and use it with your API or whatever. So that's kind of cool stuff. So I kind of wanted to get your take on this. The Skype Android app, you can only do one call, right? You can just do like peer-to-peer video calling or whatever. I think, right? I think it's only one person, right? I'm not quite sure.
Well, see, I don't like it really because it won't let you do video call that I know of on my phone at least.
Oh, really?
And it won't even let you do a voice call unless you're on Wi-Fi.
That's stupid.
I'm like, what's the point of having this on my phone then?
Yeah.
I gotta be tethered to a Wi-Fi area network. That is kind of sad when you're like, no, I gotta be tethered to a Wi-Fi spot.
Yeah.
Like before you're like tethered to me with a cable. Now I'm like, no, I'm tethered with this stupid Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that is pretty stupid.
But it's, I don't know.
So
I really do wish that Fring wouldn't have like got all scared and taken off their Skype stuff.
Yeah.
And then Nimbuzz doesn't even have Skype on it no more at all.
Does Quick?
You can't even chat with Skype.
Quick doesn't do anything with Skype either. They have like their own architecture, don't they?
I'm like, nobody's going to use this. They have to have an Android phone and be using your program in order for me to talk to them. Like,
and
I can't cross-platform. I can't go to a computer with this. So I'm like, what's the point of having this?
That's really the beauty of Skype, because, if you have a Mac...
Skype is on everything, but Skype's being all retarded because they're like, the phone companies don't want us taking up all their bandwidth with the stuff, and, well, it's just going to be better if we just limit it to, like, Verizon Wireless and only certain people, and we're not going to let you get on the video calls yet. So I'm like, come on, people.
I think AT&T and Verizon and T-Mobile, they just need to suck it up because they're...
they don't even have Skype on the Google TV yet.
Yeah, that's pretty stupid.
I'm like, who wants this stupid...
Logitech living room
Logitech
stuff.
Logitech Vid or whatever?
Yeah, Vid.
I'm like, nobody's going to be on that.
Yeah.
Given if someone was on it, I could talk to them via my TV. But, yeah, okay, my grandma in Cleveland, Ohio, has Skype. I don't know. I'm just making this up. She's not going to know how to get on Logitech Vid and get all up in my junk and be like, "Hey, what's up? I'm your grandma from Cleveland."
Yeah. I mean, I know what you're talking about, and I think that especially in the U.S., the data networks, the mobile data networks, are maturing enough where they can handle things like this. Because I mean, how many people are actually going to use Skype over 3G or 4G anyway? I mean, if you think about it, most of the people with smartphones still just talk. Well, not really talk, but they still just go on Facebook and text and
which the new Facebook app now has for Android has chat built into it, so you get all that going for you.
And also, doesn't it have something? It has it. They integrated Facebook Places, which is one of our stories, which was a great transition by Jacob. 1.5 brings chat and push notifications, which I'm not quite sure why you would want push notifications on Android, because I mean, you have the notification bar, so why do you want push notifications?
I don't know, but you're only going to get push notifications if the app is running. And from what all I can tell is when you go back to your home page, it closes the app.
Well, that's stupid.
I'm like, how is this?
How's that going to work?
Yeah. I'm like, it's not going to.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It is kind of cool that they integrated chat, though. That's pretty cool. Even actually, it's cool in one respect that you could be like, hey, I can chat from my Android phone. But it's kind of stupid because, every time, now, anywhere you're on Facebook, it's going to show that you're online. Which means that, if I see that Jacob's online and he's just going down the road or sitting at a red light or something and, seeing what I'm doing on Facebook or something, and I chat him up, he's going to be getting, all these, whatever the new noise it makes, bing, 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 you're getting all the, you're like, what the crap?
No, shut up.
Yeah. So that's kind of a bad thing, and I don't really like that.
Okay, I know they say, don't text while you drive. Well, sometimes I YouTube while I drive.
Yeah, it's kind of like
I've gotten... the thought has even passed my mind to come up with a design to mount my Evo on my steering wheel, but that's another story. But when I Facebook while I drive, that's normally when I catch up with Facebook, because I just go look at the stream.
Yeah.
And see what people are going, doing. It's a long drive back from the depot, okay, man?
Yeah. 45 minutes. You got to do something.
No, it's like an hour and 15.
Really? Yeah, I was like 30
I wish
minutes.
It was 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe if I was going 90. But then those cops like to get you.
And the Barabbas might fall. The Barabbas wheels might fall apart. Probably not though. Because how fast did you get on at Talladega?
95.4.
Yeah, and it held up. I mean, it still works. Yeah.
I mean, if the governor wasn't there, I probably could have gone faster.
Yeah, probably so. If the cops weren't. So our next story is, we were talking about this. Uvu is going to launch their Android application to allow up to 6-person video calling. We tried Uvu. I didn't like it. I just don't like Uvu because the server architecture is far... It's just so much worse than Skype. I mean, Skype, we don't really have that many problems. Once you get connected to Skype, you're pretty much good for 2 hours or even longer than that, depending on, each person's video connection or, internet connection. So Skype really has, a couple, I guess a year or two ago, it would have a lot of problems, especially in high traffic times, because in the afternoons, 5 or 6 o'clock, you would know that's when the servers were getting used the most, because the video would kind of break up and everything. But now it seems to be matured enough that they don't have that many problems, and we do the show every week, twice a week, over Skype. So it's pretty cool. So Joe, we've talked about the Nexus 1, which was Google's pure Android phone. What do they call it? Their vanilla, the Google Experience phone or something. So they launched the Google Nexus S, and it made its debut in Best Buy stores on Thursday. And I think this is going to be, I know that people will buy it if they go to Best Buy, because so many people go to Best Buy. They're like, all right, I need a smartphone for Christmas.
I think I'm just going to grab a shopping cart and just walk around and see if I like anything.
Exactly. And I've been to Best Buy a lot lately, or at least last week I was at Best Buy 3 times because I was studying for exams, and I'm like, well, I could study for exams at Panera, but instead I think I'm going to go over to Best Buy and look at the cell phones or something. Which, wasn't that the best idea. But anyway, and I was noticing, people were just coming in there, they're like, hey, I need a smartphone. Which one should I get, And depending on what clerk was there, and if they're an Apple nut or, whatever.
You want an iPhone? No, you want a Google phone.
Yeah.
No, you want this old Nokia that we got in the back that nobody wants to buy.
You want
Because
this-
I want to get rid of these things.
Yeah. And so, I mean, I know that people will buy it if it's in a retail store, so they'll probably sell more than the Nexus 1. And the cool thing is it's running 2.3, but the bad thing is it's only on T-Mobile. Google, you need to make a partnership with, like, Verizon or AT&T or somebody.
No, they need to make just an open partnership that doesn't be partnering.
Yeah, that is true. That would be a lot
They just
better.
need to have partnerships that are for everybody.
Yeah.
And anybody could get their new phone from any service instantly when it comes out.
That's what they did with the Nexus
1,
but, they didn't put it in retail, which was...
Yeah, and then what they do is they go, oh, look, we're selling tons more on this service. I think we're going to go with these guys.
Yeah, I would like that too.
I mean,
But the Nexus S is a really nice phone. It's built by Android, which is kind of odd because the G1 and the Nexus S were both built by HTC. I don't really know why they kind of strayed away from HTC. Maybe they just want a different change or something. Anyway, it's got like a curved display, they're calling it, and it's not actually curved, but it kind of, the way it's built, it's like that Gorilla Glass stuff or whatever they call it on the iPhone.
It's kind of tilted up at the earpiece a little.
Yeah, so it kind of conforms to your face that way, you know what I mean? So if you put it up to your face and talk on it, which nobody does on their phone anymore, but anyway, it kind of forms to your face sort of and allows they've got like 3 antennas in there or something, so they're like, oh, you can hold it any way you want, and it's got the AM OLED screens, which I like those. I've looked at the Captivate, which I may be getting after the first year, but they've got some really nice screens. Samsung does. It's got that 1 gigahertz processor, but the big thing is it's running 2.3 Gingerbread.
Yeah, and it's not their.
Oh yeah, that TouchWiz crap. That stuff is.
Well, yeah, it's not some like carrier specific sense or whatever. It's like the raw Android.
Yeah, and it's just it's on T-Mobile, but yet it's unlocked. So what it does is like you can go in there, and it's not branded T-Mobile at all. Like if you look at the back of the phone, it doesn't even say T-Mobile. So you can get it for like, there's 3 different prices. It's like $149 for like a new customer, and like $299 and $449 or something for unlocked. So it's kind of cool. But I think honestly I really like raw Android. Like just completely stock Android is pretty cool. I like it. Especially 2.3. I've seen some videos. I haven't actually like tried it out because, unless Best Buy has it, I couldn't try it out. But anyway, it looks pretty cool. They did some upgrades to the UI. I know they fixed the notification bar, or they didn't fix it, but they redid the notification bar where it's like a different color scheme. There's a lot more black integrated into.
Uses less power.
Yeah, that's pretty cool though.
Especially with the OLED screens. That black is your friend on OLED.
Yeah,
on other screens it doesn't matter because LCD screens you're just black, white, blue, purple. It all uses the same amount of power. You don't have that. The backlight's on all the time. But with these OLED screens, you actually black saves you power. So
cool.
Your best bet here would be set your background to black and make it all.
Yeah. And that is one problem that Android's had some, with all these screens, like the Evo with the huge, like, isn't that 4.3 or 4.
Yeah, 4.3, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, like if they had the Evo as an OLED screen, it would use so much less battery.
Yeah, I know. And I guess that's just one of those, I guess it's just kind of a victim that, like, the Nexus S is a 4.1-inch screen, and that's the biggest OLED screen that they've done on a phone. They've done you saw the 20-inch monitors or whatever they had that were like $3,000 or something. But anyway, and it's I don't know. I guess it's the Evo. I guess was just a victim of coming out a little bit earlier or something. I don't know. But I do like the AMOLED screens or whatever they're called. So Jet, we talked about this. I guess it was like a couple months ago. I guess it was back in the summer that we talked about the Google Fiber, and they're going to be planting it in one community that was chosen, and then like Topeka, Kansas named themselves like Google Kansas or something, all kinds of crazy things that people were trying to get the Google Fiber service. Well, they're going to be announcing later this month who will be getting it, and I think they have they have 5 finalists, but they haven't like released them, so they're gonna have like a, this really, I don't know. It sounds like a game show or something, like some reality game show or something. They're gonna like bring out 5 cities or 5 mayors or whatever, and then they're just gonna like pick one. I don't know.
Then they're gonna randomly punch each other in the face until the one of them's left.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, you win. And the strongest mayor lives.
So that's kind of cool. Jep, have you seen the new YouTube page? The new
and they were like, hey, you want to try out the new YouTube page? And I was like, okay. And then they were like, so what do you think? Leave some feedback. And I didn't really like the fact that by default they go to all of the what all your subscribers are liking or favoriting and all this stuff. I'm like, I don't want to see that. That's not their videos.
I want to see uploads.
I subscribe to them to see what they're doing. Yeah. And then they had the little thing up the top where I typed out this little feedback. I'm like, this thing sucks. Why would you want to see what they're doing, or what they're liking? I want to see what videos they're outputting. And then I go, and I was like, you guys need like a tab or something to go over to the other one. And I went and looked at the top and it had the tab. I was like, and I said another feedback. I was like, oh, disregard that last feedback. I guess this is kind of cool. But really, guys, you need to have that second tab to be first by default. I don't want to see what they're liking.
Yeah, and look, have you seen? They also updated comments, and this one was not opt-in. So the homepage, there's a blue button. It's like, hey, you want to try the new homepage, and you can go back, at least for now. So I guess it's kind of depending. I mean, I'm sure they're going to change anyway, but depending on what they get from beta testers per se, or whoever tries it and leaves feedback like Jacob did, they'll probably change it up a little bit. But anyway, I hate the new comments. I mean, who came up with this? It's just like. Google and YouTube are usually really good about UI, I mean, it's usually a good-looking website. It's just a bunch of text. I mean, it's just like, it doesn't define the comments or anything. It just is just like, comment here.
I actually turn on the auto-scroll thing.
Oh, so I know what you're talking about, yeah.
The auto-update. So, it's really funny, like, watching a Shaytards video and then going down and looking at the bottom of the comments. And it's just like... It's just a constant feed of comments because people are constantly commenting, like while you're watching the video, and I'm just like, you never know that unless you refresh the page every 5 seconds. So I thought that was kind of cool to have that.
I do like the auto. Yeah, that is true. Especially
if you're just wanting to see who's commenting on what right then. But if you're wanting to actually go look at stuff, it's kind of annoying because it's constantly moving down. You're like, stop moving.
Yeah. I mean. I'm all good for change, but I mean when it's like a step back, I don't know.
Yeah, and I did like the homepage part. Once you get it on that other tab, I liked it that it grouped them by the users. Like it wasn't just like here's your subscriptions, and it was like blah.
Yeah.
Here's a Mystery Guitar Man, here's a Shaytards, here's a Ray William Johnson. And they're all in one stream.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. Yeah,
they group them by user now, which is pretty cool because. And then I don't really like the whole you just watch this video. I'm like, then take it off my list. I don't want to see it anymore.
Yeah, it's
they gray it out and say you just watched this. I'm like, yeah, I know because I just watched it. Don't show it to me anymore. Take it off.
Yeah. So
when this screen is blank, that means I do not watch anything else.
Yeah. So, I think this is what you're talking about. So, it's like a stream of a couple people, and then when you see, multiple people who had made, a couple videos in the same time period or whatever, it groups them by their account or whatever. So, here's Twit. They have a couple videos that they've done in the several...
within, the past 5 hours or something.
Yeah, and then here's
one...
So,
if you watched Twit 91 and then went back, it would gray it out and said previously viewed. I'm like, well, take it off. I don't want to see that.
Alright, let's see if it does it.
And you really should just be able to hit back right now.
That's so stupid.
I'm like...
So it's just like... So it still clogs up your stream. That's so stupid.
I'm like, take it off. I don't want to see it no more.
Yeah. Oh, well.
I
guess.
I mean, it's kind of cool, but, they do got a lot of work to work on it. I think they were like, hey, little Jimmy... You want to get on YouTube and mess around with the interface? Yeah, that'd be awesome. Thanks. And then he's like, I think I'll make the comments and take out this div table where you can't tell where the new comment starts.
Yeah.
Oh, and let's make this new homepage that I think is awesome. This is the way I want to browse YouTube. I don't care what other people think.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it's probably like one person's like, I think this would be awesome. This is how I want to see YouTube. I want to see if I just now watched a video that I don't remember watching because I have a short memory span. And, did I just watch that? Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's grayed out, so I watched it.
Which even the old homepage is bad about that. Yeah. Like, I'll go and watch like a video from my subscription, and I'll go back to the homepage and it's still there. I'm like, why is it still here?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. So I have to. Luckily, on the homepage, if you don't go and click subscriptions, you can go on the homepage and click the little X at the corner, and it'll make it go away. But then sometimes they come back. I'm like, no, stop coming back. Yeah. I don't want to watch this again.
Yeah. I don't know how they do that, but if you click X, it, like, if you refresh the page, it just resets. I'm like, why? It's so stupid. Anyway, you know, if we were the owners of YouTube, if we were behind the design, it would be perfect, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What they need is a poll. They need a poll and say, what would you want to see, blah, blah, blah. And they actually have like an interactive page, and users can go in there and like take off certain things and add like a little developer toolbar and like drag in stuff that they want to see and like basically make their own homepage, and then they take it and like have some little stat building thing that says, okay, everybody likes this. Okay, we're going to include that. And then nobody wants to use the laughing banana plugin, so we're not going to do that. Yeah. And it's stuff like that. I mean, let the users decide what they want to see. Don't think that you know what we want to see. Let the users decide. Unless
you're Steve Jobs, in which case the users don't know what they want to see. So
yeah. Did someone hack his? Okay, I know this is off topic. Did someone hack his Twitter account?
No, see, he doesn't have a Twitter account. That's somebody else that does it.
Oh, that is someone else. Okay.
So it's kind of cool. The CEO Steve Jobs or whatever. So they tweet out like random crap. They're like, well, today I think I'm gonna make a computer that's the same price as the Apple II or the Apple One, which is like 6,000.
Fits in your forehead.
Yeah. It's funny, and a lot of people think it's him. It's kind of like the BP oil spill thing. Remember that? And they thought it was like BP, and they were like knocking BP and everything. I don't know. It's just kind of
like
funny.
That Onion, but for Twitter.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. I like it. So this is, I thought this was pretty interesting. Tagging on Facebook used to be a huge task, and a lot of people like to do it, and a lot of people that's one of the things a lot of people spend a lot of time doing on Facebook is when they upload pictures, they're like, oh, I gotta tag all my friends so it'll show up in their news feed. And ever since Facebook, like, made, Jeff, we never talked about this, but do you like the new Facebook profiles? Have you seen these?
No, I don't really pay attention too much. I'm just like, I look for content, and then that's it.
Yeah. So you could, they did an opt-in service, but once you opted in, you couldn't go back, which was kind of stupid. But, so here's the new homepage. I think we talked about it. I think it might have been on PB9. I'm not quite sure.
I might have opted in, and I just don't even remember.
Yeah. So here at the top,
No, I have not done that.
It brings all the important information to the top. So it says, I go to Broward Christian School. I live in Alabaster. I'm from Birmingham. I was born on, whatever. And you can show your workplace information and all kinds of other stuff. And, I wondered... Anyway, I just realized I haven't tweeted yet. I haven't tweeted that we're live. I'm like, why is that not on the Facebook page? But
I thought you typed it in and hit tweet.
I did not. I typed it in and did not hit tweet. But anyway, so now we're going live. So at least, we still have a couple more stories.
Yeah, Carlo figured it out.
Yeah, Carlo has an internal clock, so yeah, a bit late, I know. But anyway, so see, now that's on my Facebook page. But anyway, and it brings all the important information to the top. And what a lot of people were saying is this, it's kind of weird because it brings your photos that other people tag of you to the top of the page, which I could tag Jacob in any...
here's Domo. I'm going to tag Domo, and now Domo's at the top of the page.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of weird, but...
But that auto tag thing that you're talking about...
Yeah?
I actually noticed that, I think it was 3 months ago.
Really?
Yeah, they, I don't know if maybe they just randomly tried on different users or whatever, but I saw, up on the right, where it's like, hey, there's some people, blah, 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 when you're looking at stuff.
Yeah.
And, there was one picture I was looking at while I was looking at the album. It goes, we found these people in your album that aren't tagged yet.
So it was you. So you got the facial recognition, a couple months ago.
Yeah. Huh. And, it was one of those pictures where it was some PK song and dance thing that they were doing out at a park somewhere, and it had Phil Cochran's face like up on the corner. I was like, what is he doing up there? And it's like, this guy hasn't been tagged yet. Would you like to tag him? I think it just recognized that there was a face in the picture. I don't know if they've. It didn't actually suggest what person this was yet.
Oh, okay. So I wonder. I checked and I haven't gotten it yet. So maybe I don't know how they're rolling it out. Facebook's kind of weird about how they roll out things. It's not like, it's not like, well, we'll give it to, how Google is. They like roll it out to everybody like on occasion or whatever. Maybe we just don't. I don't know how Facebook does it. That's the real thing. So anyway, I thought it was kind of cool. So essentially, it would be able to, say, well, Jacob's in this picture. I don't know. Oh my god. So
okay, yeah. So yeah, and that's what Windows Live Gallery does. The photo gallery, it has that built into it. That I was messing with that a while back, and it's actually kind of cool because once you get a good group of pictures together of people's faces that it finds, then it starts getting halfway accurate and starts like, hey, we found some more pictures of blah blah blah. And sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's like not even an actual person. It's like a billboard picture or something, and but it's really cool because then, I know this is kind of off, but it does have to do with Facebook. The new Windows Live Gallery beta, I was using Picasa, but it was being all retarded and junk, and it doesn't really flow too smooth on Windows for some reason. Like when you look at a picture, it shows in that little expose thing. And then you go and look at it in Picasa. It doesn't even close the expose. It just makes it all retarded. Oh. But Windows Live Beta, they actually done really good because you can link up your Flickr, your YouTube,
that's cool.
Your Facebook. You can link up everything. And when you do these auto tag things with the faces,
and you
upload it to Facebook, if you have that same name of the person on there, it'll automatically tag them if you want it to, and all your pictures are already tagged then.
That's cool.
After, when you upload it to Facebook. Which, I use that a lot now when I get, my new Shapeways parts and stuff in. I'll have all the pictures in the Windows Live Gallery, and I go in there and just say, upload a Flickr. Yeah. And I already have all those accounts connected. So,
that's cool.
You don't have to go on a website and upload and sit there. It just does it all from there, and it's pretty sweet. I don't know why I even got off of that.
That's cool though, because it was probably because tagging and things, but
yeah, it's tagging. Yeah. Tagging.
So somehow it uploads the data, saying that's pretty cool though.
Which they used to do it, and it was really stupid because it would make them really small. Like, have you ever been gone up to someone's photo page on Facebook and they're massively small pictures?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was more than likely done with either that or some phone app that doesn't know how to make big pictures. But now they do upload the full resolution picture to your Facebook and Flickr and all that stuff.
That's cool. So we've already talked about Google Chrome a lot, and Google actually, with the launch of the web store, one of the promoted apps that they've been, or one of the promoted extensions or whatever you want to call it, whatever, I don't even know what to call them. Anyway, I think they call them apps, but so it'll. What Google says is once you get they donate a penny or something for every tab that you open per day. So
yeah, that could be exploited.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna make an app that opens up infinite number of tabs. Whee!
And then they're gonna donate it to charity. Is it Charity Water or something that a lot of these people are talking about? They're gonna build
YouTube and all that.
Yeah, I think it's Charity Water.
Gowalla.
Yeah.
All them.
Yeah, it's Gowalla that's been doing Charity Water. That's why I've been seeing that. But anyway, they're gonna. It's only to $1 million or I don't. It's some.
They're basically gonna donate $1 million, but they just want to see how many people actually get Chrome, and it's a marketing scheme basically.
Yeah.
But
we'll give money to charity.
We're gonna go ahead and donate this $1 million, but we're gonna do it in a fun way that makes us get more users.
Yeah. It's kind of funny, but I don't know. I thought it was kind of cool, but then I realized that they're when I first saw the headline, I saw it on Mashable or somewhere. I was like, oh, that's cool. So they're probably gonna donate a really small amount every time you open up a tab. And then I realized, they still have a set number anyway, so it doesn't really do anything.
It's not like it's unlimited number of money because he knows someone's gonna exploit that, and they're gonna hit that upper limit tomorrow now.
Yeah.
They'd be like, "Oh, look, we already opened up 1,000,000 tabs. Uh, yeah, I guess we're done. That was
All
quick."
right. So yeah, this thing no longer works. So we've been talking about Posters, having to do with like the CES blog and things. They added groups this week, and a lot of people were saying, well, it could be retaliation to Facebook getting so big with their groups features and things. But now you can add like certain people. So Posters is kind of like Tumblr. It's kind of a social network, but it's really a blogging platform. It's kind of like brought into both. You can like other people's stuff, and you can follow other people's blogs. It's kind of like what Blogger used to be. You know, when Blogger was really big. I mean, you can make groups and have like one group, and they can all follow one blog or something. I mean, it's kind of interesting. I thought it was kind of cool. And then one of the biggest stories of this week, Time Magazine named Mark Zuckerberg, one of the youngest persons of the year, age 26, the person of the year on their 2010 year-end Time Magazine. So that's kind of cool. I think a lot of it was, having to do with the Social Network movie. I think that brought a lot of it to light, because not only was he a multi-million-dollar internet founder, but he was also in a movie, which I think helped his campaign a lot. But some of the other candidates were like Lady Gaga, and like I'm like, yeah, anything to get Lady Gaga off of the Time Magazine cover would be great. So I guess that pretty much does it for the news portion of the program or whatever. So Jeff, I've got a bookmark, and then I'll let Jeff finish out with his bookmark, and then I guess maybe some people were able to see the show since I tweeted so late. So I know we've been talking about a lot of core. Hold on, let me get to the website. So I know we've been talking a lot about Google Chrome extensions, and that's really because they launched the App Store, or whatever you want to call it. And this website is actually, I heard about it on Twit. They had it on one of the episodes. He was like spotlighting teen entrepreneurs or something. And it's pretty cool. And I don't actually have a demo. I can't demo it, but I'll show the video that they have. It's called Cortex. And what it allows you to do, it allows you to share to Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, and Instapaper via just clicking in Chrome. So it's really cool. And so simply you would just say, I like this website, and you would just hold down left click or whatever for like 3 seconds, and then it brings up like a dialogue type thing.
And you can sort of drag it to wherever you want to go.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. There's some other things that have done this before, but this is really one of the bigger ones. And
well, that's pretty cool because now they're trying to move the user interface to touchscreen more. So that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, and they're gonna bring it hopefully like Safari on some of the mobile platforms, like what am I trying to look for? Oh, like iOS or whatever, like Safari and Android and things. They're gonna kind of bring in support for more more applications. How you can run things inside of your browser or something. So they're saying that hopefully it's gonna come to the iPad pretty soon, which would be pretty cool. So as you can see here, there's just a little demo, and you just simply left click. It's pretty cool. I like it. And you can share pretty much to anywhere. They're going to add Postures pretty soon. They're also going to add, what else were they going to add? I can't remember. I think it was like Google Buzz or something is coming soon, which not that many people will use it, but that's pretty cool. So that's cortexapp.com, and you can download it. It's free in the Google Chrome Marketplace or whatever you call it. So that's pretty cool. All right, Jeff, you want to show us your bookmark of the week?
Oh yeah. So my website is let me fix this out here. There we go. Use the built-in thing on here. Drag that down over there so you can't see it. Okay. It's kind of bad to say this. I use this website all the time at work. You get in and you want to show like cool videos off to people and stuff. Actually, this one guy at work turned me on to it. They're kind of slow on some things that if you're not deep within like the interwebs here, you're not gonna like see some of these videos. But like if you watch Ray William Johnson or
Equals 3.
equals, yeah, and, Shaytards really doesn't do it, and maybe basically Ray William Johnson is basically the one that does it. But like, he'll show videos up on his website. It's like, hey, look at this, it's funny. Like the little dog that was dancing, and it's like,
Yeah.
and and it's trying to get in, but someone put like salsa music to it, and it's hilarious. Well, that came up here like two days after, So
Yeah.
it's kind of slow, but it's pretty sweet because there's a lot of videos on here like interesting like scientific achievement videos and just really cool videos that I find cool. I don't know. Real simple website. There's nothing going on with it. There's not, from what I understand, there's no ads. I mean, I might just go to it with ad block and I just can't tell. But from what I understand, there's no ads. It's just, they even got a like Wimp like it on Facebook thing and all that junk. But basically what it is, it's a bunch of videos. Now, some of them go to different websites sometimes, but most of the time they all host them on their website. They go and download the FLV and they host them on the website. So if a video gets taken down, more than likely you could find it on this website later on and go, oh, sweet, if it was a really cool video. So like they have just, and some of this stuff's regurgitated, of course, but like they have different things that, like this video is an old video. I've seen this one before, but it's where they do or no, actually I haven't seen this video. But yeah, I mean, it's just, little things. And then they give you a website down here so that you can see where it came from. And then they're like, although we make every effort to ensure landing pages to authors' links are safe for browsing and suitable for all ages, we regrettably cannot guarantee it. Frowny face.
Yeah.
But you can come in here and it's really cool because then, the links, their default links are like, all just regular plain looking text. And when you click them, it goes all, like a, visit it link. So then you can halfway see what you've, not looked at yet, which is kind of cool. And you can just come down through here and like, time lapse from space of Earth,
And also, I think it's kind of cool that they have like the previous and next thing. So if you just want to get like
so if
lost,
you just want to just blindly go to something that you might not want to see, you can go to it. But I mean, it's there's things that are pretty cool.
oh gosh, some guy drumming, freestyle drummer with sophisticated beats. But yeah, this is a pretty cool. I think you showed this to me before. I don't think you've showed it.
Yeah.
I know you haven't showed it on TechWiki, but it's pretty cool.
It's a pretty cool website.
It's really easy to use. I mean, it's a cool little blogish type website where you can go find really neat videos. Yeah.
That people think are cool enough to put on here.
I do like the fact that even if it gets taken down, since they're hosting it on their website, a lot of the times you can still.
Yeah, majority of the websites are. Now there's some that if you run across, let's see if I can find one here. Somewhere, yeah, dump.com. So it'll take you to dump.com, which is almost the same thing.
Yeah, it's still pretty.
Yeah, but you can submit videos on here. The other one is like other videos.
Yeah, well, that's still pretty cool though. Freestyle Santa.
What the crap? That's
awesome.
hilarious. But yeah, so look at the look. That's hilarious.
Oh gosh, that's awesome.
But yeah, so that's basically it. You just go in here and people skydiving and junk.
In reverse.
Whee! Like a boss.
Like a boss.
I'm the boss. Yeah. So Whoa. Yeah. So.
So it's a pretty cool
Yeah.
website and really easy to get lost in, I guess.
Well, see, the cool thing about it is that after you get down to where you were at the other day, then you're done. It's,
Yeah,
okay.
and I like the way that they have the timeline. You know, it's really easy to follow.
Oh yeah, like newest stuff's at the top. You don't got all this retarded stuff that's whatever. Like this, see, like December 12th was Scary Burnt Girl. That was on William Johnson. You know, but his was sort of like a little bit, uh, a couple days back behind that.
Yeah.
So it takes them a second to get them on there, but it's pretty cool.
All right. So that is wimp.com. You can find all of our bookmarks, so you don't really have to remember them, over at pbcasttv.com in the show notes. Make sure to watch live.pbcasttv.com. That's where you can chat with us. I'm in the chat room like some parts of the day. I can't be in there all the time, but we always have live video going 24/7. Live.pbcasttv.com. Follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/pbcasttv. Follow Jacob on Twitter, twitter.com/freakinghuge, FREAKINHUGE. You can follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/thatnickjones. And, of course, go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/pbcasttv. That's where we post our shows now, which I'm really happy to say that we're on YouTube, and we need some subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, hit us up on YouTube, please. Hit us up, yep. And also, I do a couple videos on there. Since we do since I'm doing three, since we're doing 3 PB at nights, and we're doing Tech Weekly and Gadget Gurus. That's a lot of things to go on our YouTube channel, and I'm gonna hopefully do like 1 to 2 like update videos during the week. You know, like I would normally do on our PBcast TV channel, like maybe an app review or something. So you know, those are gonna slow down a little bit now that we're posting all of our videos on YouTube, but they'll still come. Like here's a video I did about the Synapse launcher for YouTube or for Ubuntu, so that's pretty cool. But you know, the easiest way is go to. Oh, that was weird. Go to pbcasttv.com. All the links are there.
Yeah. And you can also follow me on Gowalla at gowalla.com/freakinghuge.
Yes,
and
and you can follow me on Gowalla over at gowalla.com/thatnickjones.
Yes.
I like that Gowalla does have like actual links to their thing. It's like, you know, it's actually gowalla.com/ something. Like Foursquare was like foursquare.com/
you are user 1357789.
I'm like, what are you
what?
doing?
No, I don't want to.
Yeah. And you can stalk us.
But see, I like Gowalla because it's almost like a blog.
Yeah.
It's sort of merging like Twitter and Foursquare into like this Uber Square. And like, you know, because people can comment on your pictures.
Yeah. I like the fact that
Gowalla hosts their pictures.
Yeah, I like that. That way you don't have to like do like a Y-frog or whatever in there.
Yeah, because like on Foursquare, all you could do is check in. You couldn't take a picture and be like, "Hey, look where I'm at," and then nobody could comment on the fact that you checked in somewhere.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I like it because you're more interactive with other people now.
And you like it kind of caches your pictures, so like if you check into Best Buy and there's no picture, like it'll use your picture as the thumbnail for the place or whatever. That's kind of cool.
So I think now Alan's homeless face is now the picture of O'Charlie's. No, just kidding. It's probably not.
That's still pretty cool. And Gowalla is a great place. I know a lot of people who have Foursquare accounts have Gowalla accounts because they kind of tried both of them, you know, or whatever. But some... never mind. I was going to say something, but anyway. So here's a great picture from... Here's a picture that Jay was talking about. And, you know, I do like the fact... And here it shows, like, all the pictures that J-Up's ever taken, and you can, like, slide through them, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm not showing you. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. So it's like Jeff's right. It's kind of like a blog all in one, and you can like reminisce. You know, say, where did I go last Thursday? And then you could be like, oh yeah, I went there and I did that.
Oh, that was good times. Good times.
So anyway,
I wonder what kind of stamps he's gotten. It is like okay. So you do have to sign up and sign in to see Jacob's stamps, and but you can see all my pins.
Yeah.
I like it that they got trips. Like you can go on trips
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. The trips are awesome. I think you can even make your own trips. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah,
but...
and it's kind of cool because, if you don't know how you want to get somewhere, somebody's already done it, and they're like, "This is pretty sweet if you do this, 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 and this."
Yeah.
And you're like, "Awesome!" And then I can check in and get the trip badge.
It's like a virtual tour guide type thing.
Yeah. You got challenges and regions and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's awesome. All right. Well, I guess that pretty much does it for this Tech Weekly episode. Of course, we'll be live on Monday at live.pbcasttv.com. What will that? I'm not good with dates. What's Monday's date? The 20th. And then, like I said, this following week, everything's going to be normal. And then after this next Thursday will be our last show until January 3rd, which will be Gadget Gurus. So, we're going to take a little bit of time off for the holidays, but enable you guys to, take a break from watching all of our awesome content that we produce. Yeah, Carlos says J-Up goes to a lot of burger joints. Hey, you don't go to that many burger joints, really. I think he was just joking, but anyway. All right, so I guess that pretty much does it. J-Up's getting a call, so we better end the show now. So until next time, guys, I'm Nick Jones.
I'm Jacob Roberts.
And this is Tech Week.
And this is William Davis.
See you guys.